So this video I'm making today is about North Korea. This is a tiny country. It is oppressed by Kim Jong-un. The country is as small as the state of Pennsylvania in the U.S. This man has his poor people so oppressed, so brainwashed. These people have no individuality. And one small thing that you say that displeases him can't get you killed. Yes, people. This is North Korea and all its ugliness.
In this country of supreme leaders, even the smallest event is an opportunity to pay tribute to the leadership. Under North Korea's totalitarian system, there is no other choice.
North Koreans are taught from childhood to submit to the state ideology, to sacrifice their individual existence to the collective. Even the youngest children are called upon to denounce adults who express dissatisfaction with the leader and the party.
Kim Jong-un may love showing off his missiles and troops, but there are a lot of things in North Korea he doesn't want you to see. Everyday life. Seeing seemingly average citizens making their way around town seems pretty standard, but photographing random citizens is frowned upon in North Korea. A lot of these people seem like they could be anywhere, but North Korea definitely wouldn't want people seeing this photo of a man relieving himself right on the street. We also see a woman shopping in a store that seems to have very few people or items available to purchase inside. But here we see some of the more rural areas. Farming is an integral and essential part of life in North Korea, as most of its citizens struggle to produce enough food to survive. Outside of Pyongyang, you can see miles of seemingly endless green fields.
Even though most North Koreans have almost no money to buy anything to supplement their food rations, there are still supermarkets with Western products. They're not always open, and often many shelves remain empty, but it's a sign that there's a growing middle class in Pyongyang that is demanding an opening up, or at least certain luxury goods. As I mentioned earlier, a worker officially earns €5 per month. You can't buy much in a supermarket for that. The people who shop here are part of the upper middle class.
Kim Jong-un wanted this resort built to develop our civilization. But who in North Korea can afford the luxury of a holiday here? No one is willing to explain the circumstances of their stay here. The resort was designed with the people in mind, and the prices too have been set with the people in mind. In Marshal Kim Jong-un's socialist country, money remains a taboo subject. Only 5,000 North Koreans are estimated to have the means to use this resort. In the opinion of this North Korean refugee, these new facilities are unacceptable. It's all so ridiculous. People are starving to death, and these facilities are only for rich people from Pyongyang, and no good to anyone else. The reality is the people in North Korea are suffering. When I see all these leisure facilities being built, I think to myself that it's just to placate the people and show people abroad that the country is capable of achieving these things. All the money spent on building these things could have been redistributed throughout the population. This is just throwing money out of the window.
North Korea's economic difficulties do not stop the regime from spending money hand over fist. Every 2 years, Pyongyang puts on a film festival open to foreigners. This is a way for the authorities to present an image of cultural and material prosperity to the world.
90% of North Korea, excluding the 10% of working class live in the capital of North Korea. These are children selling goods while their parents are at work, working for little to nothing every day. And these are children in the market selling goods so that they can bring home money so their family will meet the everyday necessities.
The basic ration is food. For instance, the staple crop rice was distributed twice a month in 15-day cycles. On a defined day, a family representative goes to the distribution center, exchanges the rationing tokens for rice, with which the entire family had to live on for the following 2 weeks.
한쪽에는 전태를 떼는 사람들이 줄을 서 있고 한쪽에는 쌀을 타러 온 사람들이 줄을 서 있는 거니까 줄을 서서 표를 떼고 표를 뗀 다음에 쌀을 타는 거예요. 줄이 완전 이렇게 마당에까지 이렇게 막 맹꽁처럼 늘어져 있죠.
North Korea's rationing system is not so simple or hardly fair. Rationing breaks down to 9 groups, depending largely on how much one contributes to economic activities. Workers are entitled to the largest quota, while housewives, retirees, and young children get less than 300 grams of mixed grains. Even among workers, what type of work they do determines how large a bag they can carry back home. Miners, soldiers, and other line of work that requires hard manual labor are entitled to maximum per capita quota of 900 grams. Another feature of North Korea's rationing system is that it is not entirely free. Each coupon has a token price. Food supplies, however, still fall far short of North Korea's original target, as well as the minimum 600 grams recommended by the World Food Program. Moreover, the rations consist of low-quality grains.
당모이 준다. 자꾸 흩어져 이렇게 사는 사람을 가끔씩은 뭐 해야 되니까 그걸 이용해서 당모이처럼 명절미를 유치해서 푸는 거예요. 그러니까 사람들은 그냥 배급이란 말을 안 하고 뭐 명절미 유치분 준대 또 당모이처럼 주겠구나 이렇게 말을 해요. 현재까지.
The North Korean regime stubbornly clings onto the antiquated rationing system, even though it only exists in name. Meanwhile, its people have come up with their own devices to buy food, either at unaffordable prices in markets or starve.
I'm allowed to visit a textile factory. I've been here 4 times already, but the manager's new.
Come in and take a look.
In this country, the men usually do not get paid or get to bring in any type of income for their family, so it's usually up to the women to be able to pick up any type of side jobs that will get them paid so that they can get the rest of the necessities such as food and water so that their families can survive.
I'm shown a showcase spinning mill. The workers, largely women in this case, are the pride of the nation. Officially, the people earn €5 a month. It's very probable that their actual wages are even lower. The people here can only survive with food stamps handed out by the government. Malnutrition is so common in North Korea that people have become demonstrably smaller.
Under Kim Jong-un, the nation's future elite is being coached in Pyongyang's model schools. Here, the children of families close to the nucleus of power will one day become musical virtuosi.
We teach the children piano, but out of 30 pupils, only a few will be selected for the National Academy of Music. Some will become pianists, and others will just become composers or singers. Our junior school gives out these red stars as rewards to children for good work. And when they see these stars, it also makes them want to join the army.
In this way, youth is molded to the regime's ideology from an early age and plays a vital role in its propaganda. Children have to be adorable. They're cosseted and well-fed. These are the regime's privileged few, the keepers of its eternal future.
The regime dictates which roles everyone is assigned. The country's economy and society are centrally planned right down to the fate of each individual. Young North Koreans know as soon as they're in elementary school how their lives will pan out, depending on their abilities, their family background, and the needs of the party. The state selects their career. Many end up in the military. The country has a standing army of 1 million soldiers. In North Korea, men are subject to a minimum compulsory military service totaling 10 years. Those who manage to be admitted to Kim Il-sung University, the country's most prestigious college, are usually exempt.
Women soldiers must take part in hours of drills in the barracks, where the conditions are deplorable. They must always march in perfect formation by either linking arms or by being tied together by the neck with a rope. All of the women must have the exact same haircut and wear matching miniskirts. They are even subjected to ideological brainwashing at a school where they learn English phrases such as, "We are killing Americans."
Happy wedding day in North Korea. He is talking about the bouquet that the beautiful bride will be laying in the statues of Kim Jong-il and Kim Jong-un. Now, as you see, it's just a normal day. Wedding days in North Korea is no big hype. It is just a normal day. They totally, it's nothing like America. There is no feasting. There is no getting to know the person that you're even going to marry. There is just heading to that statue and performing the ceremony where the parents of the bride will give her away. As you see, there's just a cameraman recording the occasion, bride getting ready, a few people, school children walking along, probably from a field trip, and they just get ready to head to the statue where the bride they will bow down and the bride will lay her bouquet down on as many brides before her, instead of taking that bouquet and throwing it back as we are accustomed to, seeing who catches it. That beautiful bouquet of flowers just goes right down to where her leaders' statues are. As many brides before her, and will be many brides after her. They just go, walk up to the statue. As you see, she is just gonna lay her bouquet down. And when her husband waits for her, they go and walk the head back. Now, there's no celebration again. There's no feasting. They will just be congratulated again by the few guests, and they will go home to look at each other, wondering how they're gonna consummate the marriage, because I'm sure there's no sex education in North Korea, guys. They are gonna bow down again, because in their mind, these are great leaders, and they are safe because of them, because they are so brainwashed from the time that they are little, that America is the enemy, and they are the happiest country in this world. Yes, people. Now, can you imagine North Korea hyping down such a big day for us Americans? Like, these poor women, they don't even have romance. They don't even have any of that. Like, what do they do? Like, how do they even figure any of this out and getting to know each other when they're just going right back to work?
In his 3 years of absolute power, Marshal Kim Jong-un, like his father and grandfather before him, has become part of the intimate fabric of Korean families. This retired scientist and her granddaughter are typical of this devotion to the regime. What are your feelings towards the Marshal?
Like everyone else, I feel that Marshal Kim Jong-un is the embodiment of our destiny. He is our future, and a father to us all. You foreigners could never understand how much we venerate our Marshal. The whole Korean population places its future and destiny in his hands. It is thanks to Marshal Kim Jong-un that I am wealthy and can live like this. In fact, maybe you know the song which speaks of the rise of our young nation and tells how our country will be built for the people under the guidance of Comrade Kim Jong-un. Thanks to him, our future will be brilliant, and socialism will triumph. How about a song? Even little children miss the Marshal, so they salute him in their songs.
Your granddaughter who just sang, she's 2 years old. What kind of future do you want for her? What kind of country will she live in?
I feel sure that she will live in a strong and prosperous country that will incarnate the might of Mount Baekdu. That she will live in a world where she will have no cause to envy others. She already goes to a good nursery and will go to the free high school and university. We hope she's going to be a scientist like her grandfather. We would like her to contribute to our nation's developments in science and technology under the guidance of Marshal Kim Jong-un.
Korea, tourists who travel to the authoritarian state are not free to do what they want. You are allowed to travel only down permitted roads and always with some form of guide who is sanctioned by the government. See a nice landscape you'd like to take a picture of? Don't even think about it. Experts agree that the North Korean leadership views religion as a threat to its control over the people. Therefore, any discussion of God or religious teachings are seen as potentially destabilizing to the rule of the country. Anyway, North Korea doesn't have that problem. You see, jeans are just plain illegal in this Asian country. Don't believe us? Just look at all the footage that comes out of there. Not everyone's wearing dresses that look like they are from the 40s, worker outfits, or military uniforms. Not a pair of jeans to be seen. This is because jeans are a symbol of America and all its evil. Wear a pair of these imperialist pants in North Korea, and we bet you get thrown in jail and have your jeans confiscated. We bet being in a North Korean jail with no pants is a rather unpleasant experience. So you've decided you can't take any more of these ridiculously harsh North Korean laws. There's just one massive problem. You aren't allowed to leave. While in countries like the United States, travel within and outside the country is permitted, in North Korea, the state controls all travel. Anyone leaving must gain explicit permission, and that is usually limited to government workers and anyone with ties to official North Korean business. The government doesn't want its regular citizens leaving.
I had to give to this because this is not unspeaking. This is the people who want to tell the world what they want. North Korea is an unimaginable country. There is only one channel on TV. There is only one channel. We aren't free to sing, say, wear, or think what we want. North Korea is the only country in the world that executes people for making unauthorized international phone calls. North Koreans are being terrorized today. When I was growing up in North Korea, I never saw anything about love stories between men and women. No books, no songs, no press, no movies about love stories. Every story was propaganda to brainwashes about the king dictators. I was born in 1993, and I was abducted at birth, even before I knew the words freedom or human rights. North Koreans are desperately seeking and dying for freedom at this moment. When I was 9 years old, I saw my friend's mother publicly executed. I cried watching a Hollywood movie, expressing doubt about the goodness of the regime can get 3 generations of a family imprisoned or executed. When I was 4 years old, I was warned by my mother not to even whisper. The birds and mice couldn't hear me. I admitted I thought the North Korean dictator could read my mind. My father died in China after we escaped North Korea, and I had to bury him after a young in secret. I was 14 years old. I couldn't even cry. I was afraid to be sent back to North Korea. The day I escaped North Korea, I saw my mother raped. The rapist was a Chinese broker. He targeted me. I was 13 years old. There is a saying in North Korea: women are weak, but mothers are strong. My mother allowed herself to be raped in order to protect me. North Korean refugees, about 300,000, are vulnerable in China. 7% of North Korean and teenage girls are being victimized, sometimes sold for as little as $200. We walked across the Gobi Desert, following a compass. When they stopped working, we followed the stars to freedom. Mongolia was our freedom moment. Death or dignity. Under the knives, we were prepared to kill ourselves if we were going to be sent back to North Korea. We wanted to live as humans. When I saw the president of South Korea heading to Japan, I asked myself, would he do the same with Hitler? Now, the world is cheering Trump.
I gave the President of the United States a standing ovation
for engaging with one of the most brutal dictators ever.
Future of peace and security for the world, for the whole world.
This regime has the worst human rights record on earth. This man runs concentration camps, deliberately starves people for control, and assassinates members of his own family. I escaped North Korea when I was 13 years old. Up until then, my life was torture. I survived the famine that killed 2 to 3 million people. I ate dragonflies to survive. I passed starved bodies on the way to school. My father deported to prison camp for more than 10 years. His crime? Informal training to find food for our family. Ever since I spoke out against the dictators, my relatives disappeared. President Trump We are sitting down with this dictator without asking for any concession. Kim is clever. He is using this moment to sanitize his global image and prove how supreme he is ahead. I've seen this show before. When I was 7 years old, the supreme leader, my God, married the South Korean president. And guess what happened after that? Nothing changed. Kim Jong-il got richer, and Kim Dae-jung won Nobel Peace Prize. So, President Trump, why you have given us attention? Use it to feed North Koreans. The nukes can be removed. What can be more urgent than human life? As a leader of free world, we must hold the worst dictator on earth accountable.